Well then guys, welcome to today's vlog, and as we said yesterday, we're going to review the last 7 days at Butlins, so let's go for our intro. Well then guys, welcome back. Yeah, it is Sunday today, and as we said yesterday, we're taking a day off from the normal case of vlogging today, and we're just going to sit back and basically review what we've been through over the last 7 days.
Exactly. Another reason why we're doing it for, because quite a few of our subscribers we know are going to Butlins the next couple of weeks. So I've asked if we could do a review today what it was like, because everyone knows with restrictions in place and things like that, it isn't the Butlins we're used to, is it?
Yeah.
It definitely isn't the Butlins experience or nothing like that.
The first two things I have to say to anyone who's going to Butlins soon: you need to download the BServe app onto your phone so you're ready, so you can order stuff and drinks and things like that. I'll just show you this.
Let's go down, you can get it.
Well, I'll show you my phone.
You can see the BServe app.
There's the BServe app, and it gives you the locations of the Butlins sites and the venues. When we was at Minehead,
it was only the centre stage, and rest wasn't working there, was it?
Now the app's not working for me because we're no longer near Minehead because it's giving me Bognor Regis for some reason.
So but anyway, yeah, so it was only the so it was only centre stage. No, it was only
It was Studio 36,
Skyline Pavilion.
Skyline Pavilion, and there was somewhere else, wasn't there?
What I've taken it, yeah, I can't think where it was now, but obviously it wasn't working in rest or centre stage, but normally it does. Obviously you pay by card, it's all table service, which is great in one way, but I do recommend as soon as you get in there, order your drinks or your snacks straight away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because especially there's loads of people ordering, it can be a bit late, because then once the show's finished, when you get 10-15 minutes to drink up your drinks for it, because venue closes, and obviously for deep clean and things like that. But another thing we do want to say is, it should be 7 to 10 days before you go. You're supposed to get an email so you can book your activities and things like that. Well, that's it wasn't. It was only about 5 days. It was about 5-7 days.
Yeah.
About 5 days. I've got an email to book your activities. But one thing I will say is, don't wait for your email. Check the app. See, we'll show you the app in a minute.
Download the Butlins app. Make sure it's on your phone because you need this to book your shows with at least a week before.
Yeah, but each each resort has got its own separate app where you can book on, which is Minehead's got their own one, Bognor Regis has got their own one, Stephenson has got their own one. Again, you can also do on Plan My Day on the website as well, where you can pick your activities and shows and things like that. So yes, but also don't wait for the email. I'll say from about 7 to 10 days before, keep checking the app, etc., just in case you can book, because if you wait for the email, you can't guarantee you're going to get many slots, can you, activities and things like that. No. I'm glad we did that actually, because I checked it and it was live. So of course I said to Sammy, because remember it wasn't like when I was at work, remember, didn't it? Yeah. And I said to Sammy, come on then, what do you want? So I'm glad we booked it then, because then half an hour later we got the email and everything we wanted to be sold out, you know what I mean? So definitely don't rely on the email.
Do yourself a favour that if you're travelling to Butlins anytime soon, don't expect when you get there to get the old What's On guide, because the What's On guide is no longer in your pack when you get there. All is in there is just telling you where you're staying. You get a wristband. Oh, yeah. You get a wristband which is you have to wear so you go in and out of the show, not the shows, in and out of the resort.
What are these things?
It'll be different colours for different weeks.
Yeah, different colours got different weeks.
You need to wear that so you can show the security guys as you're going back in and out of the out of Butlins.
You do, yeah.
Yeah, but it threw me off this year because you used to keep that What's On guide in your bag and you used to know what was on and where it was on. You know, half the time there were shows on in the Skyline Pavilion you didn't even know about, did you?
I didn't even know about mine. So definitely before you go, go to obviously this is one from Minehead, obviously, things like that. I'm not too quite sure what's happened to the proper one that was on, but definitely go on the website, onto each of the venue you're going to, and go on there, because they've got all the entertainment guys on. Let's print them out and take them with you. I'll tell you what, I wish we took one with us now, didn't you? Because it saves looking at your phone all the time.
It's so annoying having to get your phone out all the time. They just don't know that. They think, oh, technology, yeah, it works all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
one thing would have been ideal was, instead of, if they wasn't doing that one, they're putting one out themselves and laminated to put on the wall somewhere where you could actually see what was going on. Because, again, like Stephen said, we missed some of the brain actually, didn't we? We missed some of that.
Yeah, it just wasn't the same this year, because you know, how many people did I see walking around with these thinking, well, what's this?
Exactly. Because I know with us on the last day, the app didn't work at all, did it? Luckily I screenshotted all the activities and stuff like that, so that's another tip actually. Once you put your activities or you show, screenshot it just in case the app doesn't work, because then you need to got proof then, look, this is this, that. But the Skyline shows are all free throw, aren't they? And the swimming pool's free throw, so you don't need to put them anymore, which is great. So that is definitely an advantage. Also with swimming, don't go first thing in the morning.
That's true, yeah. Right, if we start back to day one when we got there, we arrived on site. The person at the gate just said you need to go straight into check-in, and they gave us a pack. Said you can get in your accommodation at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, because we're premium members,
the best thing I liked about this compared to Haven was they said you can go and park by where you are.
Yeah.
Because when we went to Haven, they threw us off site and we had to come back later on, and I caused damage to Ben's new car on the bumper because he was parking up at Bowley's Cove, which was very annoying.
Yes, I think that is one good thing. I know obviously some people said they haven't had not allowed to check in until 5-6 o'clock at night, but at least they've still been able to use activities, access all the shows, etc. So that is where Butlins does win on the advantage compared to Haven and things like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But obviously in your you get like, when you check in, you get like your welcome pack, don't you? It tells you where you're staying, what, let's say it's got your room keys, got like your little thing here, like Stephen just says about it, all like that. It's even got a little map, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Where things are. But yeah, I do agree. I was lost without this earlier on, really was. So, but anyway, also
a little tip when you get there on your first day, there is nothing on until mid-afternoon.
2 o'clock.
Yeah, the fairground kicks off around 2 in the afternoon.
About 2 o'clock in the afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, and there's no shows on until the evening.
Yeah, 2:30 I think was, because obviously we were there for 7 days. I do have to admit, changeover days, there's nothing to do. Again, before restrictions and things like that, because I've been going back there for the last 10 years. On changeover days, there's always been something to do. Not necessarily as much the entertainment or nothing like that, but always the fairground's on been open, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Or the swimming pool's been open as well, things like that. So again, if you're going for 7 days, be prepared for the changeover days. There's nothing open for you at all. I think that's why on the Monday we went to Dunster Castle, didn't we, for and explored it there.
Oh, Dunster Castle, it's just not a place for a teenager that's got, mobility issues and just cannot basically be in a confined space.
Like, it just wasn't.
We made a bad mistake in taking Ben on the walk towards the watermill.
Yeah.
And that was the most dangerous bit of experience I've ever had with him, because it was like a steep cliff incline going. If you suddenly, went wrong, one of us could have fell, and Ben just did not like it.
He didn't like it at all.
If you've got a teenager with ADHD, autism, epilepsy, that cannot walk very well, like Ben, do not take them there, because it's just not good.
It just isn't good, is it?
No, I wanted to explore it, but once again I had to think of Ben's safety, and I just could not do it.
That's good. It just wasn't right. Hey, well, that's a new street. Also, I do want to say about the new venue, Studio 36. I do love that new venue, don't you? It's really, really big and spacious in there.
Yeah.
I was speaking to a couple of redcoats. They're hoping to get some proper pop concerts in there. It is definitely designed for pop concerts, isn't it? Different music venue, things like that.
It is very nice in there.
It is.
It is. The audio of the sound coming off the stage is very good. Minehead's Skyline Pavilion, the sound on there was absolutely dreadful. couldn't even hear the Skyline game when somebody wanted to watch them.
Couldn't properly, did we?
No, the better, out of the two we've been to so far, the one with the better Skyline stage is Skegness.
It is, definitely. That's the thing. Skegness and also Minehead, they've both got their advantages for separate things. Easy with the swimming pool at Skegness is better, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know loads of people have said the pool at Skegness is better because even though Bognor had a new pool, it's quite shallow, so you can't actually swim in there. But then again, we did have a better swim session on the Thursday when we went, on Saturday, didn't we? Do you have to admit that?
Yeah.
We did. But one thing I do like about Minehead is the Fairgrounds blows bigger. Obviously, and also we've got open access to the beach, haven't we?
Yeah.
And also with Skegness, we haven't. You've got like a beach gate type thing that stops you there.
That's as we drove into the reception bit, didn't we?
We did
When
there,
we
yeah.
arrived, yeah. That's day one.
That's day one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I was also saying about with the
And that's our accommodation where we stopped. It was very nice in there.
It was nice, but
The only issue we had was we lost hot water on one day. That was annoying because you went in the shower and got soaked by cold water. didn't
Oh
you?
yeah, I wanted a shower and I screamed and Steve came on, so what's the matter? There's no hot water!
Yeah.
So I had to have a cold shower, but luckily they did come out the next day and fixed it for us, didn't they? So you didn't have no issues, nothing like that with there.
As you can see, when we arrived, everywhere in the fairground was closed.
Yeah.
Absolutely closed.
That was the thing. But I do have to admit, I know the staff have tried their best, but it's definitely not the Butlins you're used to, is it, with this app and things like that. The queues, again, if you haven't got a dining plan, because obviously we had the dining plans and they work really well for us, but I do have to admit, if you haven't got a dining plan, be prepared to queue, isn't there, for the restaurants and things like that, because again they're also doing something called dine around as well, where you can actually pick where you want to eat and obviously they get priority first. So
you know, I used to like it before we got to a period when we could eat in the yacht club. That used to be exclusive for Premier Club members.
I remember that, yeah, I remember that used to be pretty
and that
super.
used to be an area where anyone that didn't want all the noise and everything, where you could go, which was pretty good. But now it's like
Everybody could eat in
anyone
there.
can go anywhere. It's like, why are you paying Premier Club membership for this if you can't have what you want?
No, Premier Club membership's free. It's because
Yeah, I know, but it had its benefits.
It
once
did,
upon a
not
time,
being
didn't it?
nice, it did have its benefits big time, I do have to admit that. So, yeah, and also like I said, about the slim and things like that,
And if we go back to the first night, the first show we saw was
the Highland
Harlem
Globetrotters.
Globetrotters. They were pretty cool.
They were good.
But-
Obviously, it's done in a circus tent as well, isn't it? So,
Yeah, I'm going to show you some bits and pieces of our trip as we finish our review in a bit. But anyway, you know, problem with recording stuff like this with YouTube, it's got copyright issues and we have to change the music. So,
but anyway, getting back to this app. Well, what can I say about it? It's okay in one way, but I do have to admit, because like I said, we went from the Friday to the Friday. The Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the weekend was really quiet. Ben absolutely loved it, doesn't he?
yeah, I'll show you this if you've not been down there.
This is the deck.
This is the deck restaurant where we ate for most of the week. I'll tell you, if you're used to eating virtually the same stuff every day, which it was almost.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it really gets annoying because in the mornings for breakfast it was just fry up after fry up after fry up, wasn't it?
They did have, that's the
They
thing.
were lacking on
The choice.
They had cereals, but when I'm there, Cheryl knows that I like to have like pineapple and stuff like
Yeah.
that. They didn't have none of that this time.
They didn't know that this time. Don't get me wrong, the food was nice,
Mm.
but there was a lack of choice, if that makes sense. Especially also with Ben being gluten free. I remember, was it 2 days? I think it was. There was a lack of what he actually had.
As you can see, there's Ben there. When it was just the waiting time of just getting the food out for him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't very happy on that first evening we were there, but I'll tell you who was happy with his food was Samuel.
Oh yeah, believe me though, we didn't go hungry, if that makes sense, does
No,
it
You
really?
don't go hungry, absolutely.
It was
don't.
just it was just a choice of food, because before the restrictions and things like that, there was always plenty to choose from. Like Steve said, at breakfast time, these were like the pineapple or the melon and nothing like that. But when we did get there for the evening meals on the Friday, it was all, they served it all for you, didn't they?
Yeah.
Everything was in plastic containers, which are really, really good. But come Monday, everything else, they started serving yourself.
Yeah, we went from COVID restrictions to basically lambs to the slaughter.
Yeah, we did actually.
First proper thing we saw in centre stage was Musical Rocks on the Friday night. That was really good. Even Ben enjoyed that.
Ben really enjoyed it. That was when it was nice and quiet and things like that. That was when the app worked well for us, because obviously it was basically it wasn't busy. I don't think Butlins was full then. Nothing like that, was it?
No, because it was really good. But being honest with you guys, we wasn't fighting to sit in the front row or sit, like some people do. It just really, as long as you could see. Not being nasty, the centre stage at Minehead is big.
It is big.
Compared to the one at Skegness, which is poor.
Yeah.
Absolutely poor. And being honest with you, it wasn't too hot in there, was it?
It was nice. They've got the aircon working and the sound was great, because we've noticed even sometimes with the Skegness one and things like that the sound quality isn't that great. And remember, they didn't have the aircon, did they? If I'm right, they centre stage a couple of years ago.
It was absolutely boiling in there.
I remember that. So yeah, so like I said, getting back to the entertainment, I do have to admit it wasn't the greatest this year. You know what I mean?
All right. What did we like? Musical Rocks was good on the Friday night.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. The pantomime was a bit...
It was okay. It wasn't...
It was all right. Had the same guy in it who normally does the pantomime for him, doesn't it?
Yeah, what's his name? I can't think of his name, but
yeah, he's good, but...
He was good.
I hate to say it, Ben found it boring.
He did find it boring. Again, I did as well, actually, because you could see that it wasn't...
It wasn't that interactive this time.
No, it wasn't, because not being asked, I have known better pantomimes from there. Like Cinderella Rocks, that was better, and even
it was like
Aladdin Rocks, that was better as well.
It was a pantomime which was basically with social distancing. Pantomime was okay-ish. It's probably because they've been performing it now for the last 2 years, isn't it? The same one.
Yeah, last year's pantomime. But again, there was some pretty good stunts in there. Where was the Pearl, wasn't it? Because obviously they didn't use Ariel because Little Mermaid when she was flying. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's like the one we had before, but that horse, you remember?
That was Cinderella. Was that Cinderella Rocks?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, with the carriage, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was actually, wasn't it? Stuff like that. So, again, what else did we see? Shows did we see? I have to admit, Fleur Reese and Matt Cardale, they wasn't exactly the greatest. I do have to admit that. They wasn't very good.
Well, I'll tell you, if you haven't watched it yet, that's what Minehead seafront looks like. It is absolutely nice. That's what we did at the end of the day on the first day we was there. There's not a single pebble or stone or...
It is pebbly, but it's not major.
It's not pebbly, Cheryl. It's absolutely beautiful beach.
It is a nice beach, I do have to admit that.
Yeah.
And the problem is, the tide goes right... I can't say tide, can I? It's the Bristol Channel. It goes right out.
Somebody said to us, it's like someone's just pulled the plug out and basically it goes way, way out.
It does.
But if you want to get into the sea at the right time, it's around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when the tide is right in.
Yeah, you have to walk a distance, but not like you did when you go down first in the morning, do you?
No.
I don't think like that.
And then if we go back, look at day 2, which was called Ben is Surprising Us, we thought we was on to a good week.
Yeah.
Saturday was absolutely good.
It was really good, wasn't it? That's when we saw the Taylor Swift and also Lewis Capaldi tribute act. They were really, really great, wasn't they? They were really, really good. The thing is, again, even though it wasn't the Butlins experience what we used to, we tried to make the most of it, didn't we, really? Yeah. Really, really did.
The first time being in Minehead, it was different for us, but the biggest annoying thing for us every morning was that sodding bin train.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, I tell you, if you're stopping in the seaside lodges, all the gold apartments which are on the left hand side,
or even some of the seaside apartments as well.
There's a massive bin
train thing.
What's the word for it? There's a bin area which is on the left hand side when you come in. No, hold on. As you come in, it's on the right hand side as you come in.
Yeah.
And it's the bin.
Biffa bin things.
Yeah. It 5:45 every morning. They're rattling through Butlins with those bins. I'll tell you, it's not very fair when you pay the money you do to go to Butlins to get woken up at that time of day.
No, see, we were quite lucky actually. This holiday we originally booked in 2019. So it didn't cost an awful lot as what it would do now. So it should have been last year's holiday, but obviously it got cancelled and moved on to this year. But I'm so glad I didn't fork out a fortune, not for the holiday in one way, because there's basically the accommodation. Don't get me wrong, it was nice.
It's just the noise at that time of morning, guys. So this is warning for you. If you're going to Minehead and you're stopping anywhere on the east side entrance, which is where the gold apartments are,
Because there's people want.
and Seaside Lodges, you will get disturbed at 5:45 in the morning because they are so loud. What it sounds like is like what do you say, a herd of elephants coming through?
It does actually, really does.
God,
I know when we phoned up guest services, because again it was serving the kids, serving Ben, wasn't throwing him. I know they did say they did have several complaints, didn't they, about the whole thing?
Yeah, and to show you this is on the second day.
That's the pantomime.
There's some of the pantomime now. As you can see, they're all spaced out, still doing
The social
distancing
and things like that.
This was in the afternoon on the Saturday.
Also, I do want to say quite a lot of the things do close early, don't they? Like the shop closes early, doesn't it? Discover Butlins. Well, it's not Discover Butlins, is it? It's a holiday booking shop. That close.
I do like the broad walk through where they've got all those shops and things. That's pretty cool.
That is nice.
That's one thing that Skegness hasn't got. It's not called Discover Butlins there, is it? It's just called the Holiday Shop.
The Holiday Shop, yes, that's what it's called there. And even the toy shop closes early, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And also, there was a few things actually closed, which was really disappointing about. Obviously, the Helter Skelter was closed because obviously that was broken, so they couldn't help that.
Yeah,
but
and when I wanted to go in, the Wall of Mirrors place, that was closed as well. So.
And also the Diner American restaurant, that was actually closed, still closed as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's because, again, lack of staff or something like that, but...
Because not being nasty, as soon as you pulled up to Minehead, there's a big banner outside saying we are recruiting.
It's all over the place, isn't it? But the thing is, again, you could definitely, even though it's at full capacity, you could definitely tell they're on the skeleton staff, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You could tell they was on the skeleton staff. The staff tried their best, though, didn't they? Really.
But second day,
end up on the fairground.
He loves going on there.
He does love that, right? Excuse me.
Sorry guys, I'm a bit fatigued. Yeah. Cheryl said to me when she got there, how much better is that one compared to Skegness's one, eh?
That is loads better. That is.
When they said they were going to put one of those into Skegness's Butlins, you thought it was going to be that, didn't you?
We did actually, yeah.
But it wasn't, was it?
It was, no. That's one good thing actually, like I said before, with the rise at Minehead, because the fairground's bigger, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And I'm
kind of annoyed with Sammy because last day and a bit I didn't get to go back on the kites with him. He normally loves going on there, but the last day and a half he just didn't really want to do it anymore. It's like he had enough, didn't he?
He did have enough. But then he did that one, didn't he? He kept wanting to go on the other one, didn't he? The plane ride, the chair ride with me.
Yeah.
So, but also one thing we did it with Ben also as well, because obviously he normally loves like Billy Bonnie Bear, doesn't he? He absolutely loved those. He actually found those shows boring as well.
Yeah, we went to
the Billy
Reds on the Saturday afternoon to watch Billy and Bonnie and Robin Hood. I'll tell you, it's just, it's okay if you're tiny and little, but it's corny, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it is. Again, I think that's straight from last year as well. I can't remember seeing that one before.
Yeah, I don't know, anyway, but it was like more for the little ones anyway.
It was, because obviously, as I said, because with Ben, bless him, he's got that mind of a young... No, he found it boring. One thing we are saying is with Ben, he prefers all the musical shows, doesn't he? Things like that.
Yeah.
When it's just normal things like that. Also with the arcades are pretty good though.
No luck on the grabbing machines
this year, unfortunately, no.
It's amazing how you notice how different those things feel when they're about to grip one of those items.
You do actually, don't you? Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So going back to the thing we do is you've got late night fairground. It's open Saturday, Sunday, isn't it? It's open from 7 till 9. And then the Monday it's closed, Tuesday it's open, it's closed Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. So
as you can see, a certain person loved going on the horsey ride.
He did that. Bless him, that was the only ride he could actually go on, wasn't it?
Yeah, because we were told by his paediatrician because of his seizures he's had recently, he's not allowed to go on anything that could swing him too hard. So basically that is the only one he could basically go on.
Because we did try the tugboat with him, did we, things like that.
He won't be able to sit in none of the go-karts or any of those little rides.
No.
You know, this is the thing with Butlins, it starts asking me the question, you know, they need to say, you know, there's an age limit of what is needed there.
There is definitely
because
things like that.
A lot of these shows that were on were basically for the little ones. So
they were, definitely.
If Butlins is becoming basically a site for little ones, then why not don't they just say that?
Exactly. So, but apart from that, it was like I said, it was a good time. We made the most of it, didn't we?
Yeah.
And things
Tell you
like
what
that.
was good over that weekend period.
Oh yeah.
The Thundercats.
You enjoyed that, didn't you?
The boat racing that was on. I did a live on it, so it's all in the playlist. There is now 15 videos in that playlist.
I know all the shorts and things like that we've done
This
as well.
video will go in that playlist as well as a review. But it was really good to watch something like that.
We've seen us like that before, have we?
Yeah.
That's like I said, also, if you can still see, if I turn around that way, you still do have your, I don't think you can see it very well, for those who've got like all your character mix and greets, like with Billy Bonnie Bear, your Skyline Gown, like with Rainbow, Peppa Pig, and all those things there, PJ Masks. And there is still people going around, isn't there, having like resort photographers taking photos and things like that.
There was a nice couple of them that went around and caught us on the one of the chairs which you got stuck on.
Oh yeah, I got stuck on the big Butlins chair. It was quite funny.
Yeah, second night we saw the Taylor Swift tribute act, plus who was the other one again?
Lewis Capaldi.
Lewis Capaldi, who Cheryl got shot for a minute, who came out to the music to Shane McMahon, wasn't it?
I know, yeah, I think oh my god, what's Shane McMahon doing here?
That made me laugh.
I know, it's quite funny. So yeah, so like I said, definitely make the most of what you've got and things like that, because obviously most of the activities there are free anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
You do have to book for some of them, which is like your pottery and stuff like that. You've got, like I said, you've got like your little Little Stars Fairground, which was quite surprising because that's actually below.
Day 3, we had to see them by orders of Sammy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's coming away from Butlins with a big, massive
like rainbow soft toy.
Yeah, he wanted to cuddle it all the way home, but you ended up cuddling it, didn't
I
you?
cuddled it, but must admit, like I said, I went to check on him last night. Yeah, Friday night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because obviously he said, I'll put him up on my bed. And I said, okay, that's fine. Checked on him Friday night. He's actually cuddled it to sleep. Must admit, it's so soft and cuddly anyway, isn't it, sort of thing. So I also do want to say about the like the snacks and things like that. We took our own because Butlins prices are quite expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, that brings back that on the Sunday we got caught in a heavy rain shower when we was walking along the coast.
Oh yeah, that was. Well, it wasn't too bad actually. Better than what I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the only dodgy day we had really was this then.
That Sunday, wasn't it?
That Sunday we got caught in a rain shower, and then. Oh yeah, no, that was absolutely disgusting. We got caught in that.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. So I'm gonna just. Anything else you want to go over?
Oh yeah, they do have, but with the back to swimming, they do have lots of the quiet days.
Sorry about the noise, it's been rattling his spring against the table.
Yeah, it's about back to swimming. They do have a list of times, don't they, when the quietest time was. They do say 3:30 till close, didn't they?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But again, with this booking out, if you book it, you're guaranteed a seat, which is good. But just be prepared for the queues, isn't there?
Yeah, look at him, bless him.
Yeah,
He was in his element on there.
He loved the beach, which was great. He didn't say was he got on there, wasn't he?
I'll tell you what, I wish I could, give him that experience quite a lot, but, it can't be done. And I feel bored now we're back home.
I know.
We're in an area that there really isn't not much to do.
No, isn't it? I know, bless him, yesterday. Ben was in the right attitude yesterday, wasn't he? You could tell he missed the seaside big time.
Yeah.
So going back to this app, the doors are supposed to open half an hour beforehand, aren't they?
Yeah.
But they never always did. Again, we tried it with the Platinum Queen. We tried to queue up, and then Ben had one big major meltdown.
Look how beautiful it was on Sunday night in Minehead. Look,
That
blue
was really,
skies.
really lovely there, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Really
it is
lovely
a
weather.
lovely town to be in, it really is.
It is, and it is really nice. So we went down to the harbour, didn't we, as well, things like that. They were saying, yeah, but we went back to this Platinum Queen, tried to queue up like
Hold on a
everybody
minute,
else.
guys, to stop Ben for a minute.
Sorry, we're back again. I was saying, yeah, so we tried to queue up like with everybody else, and Ben just had one big major meltdown, didn't he?
Look at that beautiful view. Look at that beautiful view there, Cheryl.
I know, it's really nice, that was, wasn't it?
I'll tell you, I envy anyone that's beside the seaside during the summer, I do. Really do. It'd be nice to go and do that most weekends when the weather's nice.
It's not nice
But for
now,
us,
though.
we're stuck right in the middle of the country, and to get back there, that's another 150 odd miles drive.
It is.
Mm.
But going back to a main important issue, Butlins are not trained or got no worries and hidden disabilities at all, have they?
Oh yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to go over it again. Watched the video from a couple of days ago. I made my point known. It's the front video on the channel when you join. I'll tell you, I'm just fed up with these places not recognising hidden disabilities.
No, it's
So
not.
the only company I recommend that does do it is Tesco's. That's it.
Yeah.
It says clearly, not all disabilities. What's it say? All disabilities
Are not visible.
not visible.
Something like that. So, but also going to add it on here. Do have to admit they need at least one change in places toilet. Not everywhere disabled toilet is nothing like that. They need one because again we want to change Ben, didn't we?
Oh, I just hate changing him on the floor.
It's disgusting.
When we went in one of the disabled changing area, which is near the skyline on one of the afternoons, the floor was absolutely disgusting. It looked like someone had been in there, chucked bog all everywhere. There was poo stains on the floor, weren't there?
It was absolutely disgusting. So yeah, we took
I
it back.
can't physically change Ben standing up. It's just impossible because you put one of his pads on wrong. It's just going to leak.
Exactly, and also obviously I did question Butlins about it all, and they said they don't have to provide changing places toilets by law, which I think is terrible. Again,
The law needs to change.
it does need changing.
I thanked Stephanie, who we met down there on the Wednesday, because the fight for hidden disabilities needs to be done, and all of us that are in that boat need to do something about it.
Yeah, I do definitely.
I don't care if we get together all on a live or a Zoom call, which we can do live on YouTube. How about that?
That'd be good, yeah.
Yeah, where we can have a talk. Because I believe you can stream Zoom on YouTube, can't you?
I think you can. You used to be able to. Not too quite sure if you can. Anyway, but I think we've gone a bit too long, about half an hour now. So like I say, if you're going to Butlins, give more comments. Just comment down below. We'll get back to you and things like that, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, Dunster Castle. If you've got a child with additional needs, a teenager with additional needs that can't physically walk too far, do not go there because it's not a place.
No, it's not.
Not being nasty. You went in there and you found that they were quite, rude, didn't you?
Yeah, I did that. So obviously we got there about 8:45. Also needed some change for park.
10, you mean, not 9.
Yes, but yeah, 10:45. Don't open until 10.
I would have took you out at 8:45.
Yeah, and such about change park. And first they said, oh, we don't open until 10. You know what I mean? Really snotty and things like that. That puts you off straight away. You know what I mean?
And all the best moments from the week, from the Thundercat racing to Ben enjoying the musical rocks. Look at that! Look, it nearly had 1,000 views on that already.
I know, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like I said, it had its good points, it had its bad points, like every holiday does. But again, do have to admit, it's not the Butlins experience that we're used to. I do think that the whole Butlins site needs to go back to being free show again, because again, you're having to keep messing around with your app on your phone, thinking, oh, I bought this show, I bought that show. You know what I mean?
Imagine, right, in the olden days, say like 20 or 30 years ago, when there wasn't smartphones, and they coped with it back then. If there's anyone that is watching us that remembers the old Butlins experience, let us know, because I believe when people used to turn up there, they used to have like a sea of redcoats on the on the entrance saying, welcome to Butlins, enjoy your stay. But you don't see redcoats unless there's a show on.
No, that's one thing I do have to admit actually. Normally redcoats are normally dotted around here and everywhere, but again, could be because of lack of staff as well. But
they're always like that. It's been like that before COVID. They only turn up when there's a
show around.
There's a show on, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do. But again, I know they are nice and friendly, and so they say hello and stuff like that and stuff. But also, I do want to say some of the staff there were a bit miserable as well. I'm not being a nasty way.
Oh my God, they were miserable. He's like, why are you there if you don't want to do it?
But I do want to shout out John in the deck.
Yeah.
He was great because obviously he's the head chef. He was really helpful with Ben with his gluten-free things.
If you've got gluten intolerant dairy or anything like that, and you're eating in the deck restaurant at Minehead, go and ask for John, the head chef, and let him know that we said about it, how good the experience was when we were down there.
It was, yeah, even as Ben didn't go hungry, because bless him, every night they used to save Ben a gluten-free cake for him, didn't they, every night?
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, like I said, if you've got more questions about Butlins, just let us know and we'll get back to you.
Okay then, guys, here we go.
And thanks very much.
Review of the week. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye everyone.
Bye guys.
was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. A bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds. Because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me. I won't be stumbling in the dark. Your eyes are shining like the stars. I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high. I can see the sun staring at you when you make that smile. I'm moving closer to you now. I can't get close enough somehow. And I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly. I don't need anybody, I don't need anybody else. No one will ever take me, no one will ever take me away from you. I promise I will hold on to you. I don't know what I'd do without you. Without you. You can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high.